working on gable walls. Had all my marks on this rear, and I had to pull my little brace out so everything, I'd be able to shift it back and forth. It can't have any bracing. It's got to be loose, so your long points will meet up. They won't meet up if you got a brace on. You have to be able to move the walls back and forth and force that long point to meet up. All right. The center stud's proper. It came up short. I knew there was a bow somewhere. It could be up there or down here. It doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does matter, but the easiest way to fix it is jack the floor up in the center until you hit your mark. You already got that nailed. Until you hit your mark up there. All right. When you jack the floor up, don't be scared to jack it. It don't matter if one side or both sides of the shed lift up. We're trying to get our stud on. We're trying to hit our mark on our center stud. So when everything's all done, the floor is straight and that raft is straight. And we're touching down there with our stud. We're touching up there. After I jacked it up, then I think one corner is loose actually. Yeah, it sank back down the ground, but it's all nailed together now. Measurements on these studs. Here's this short one, 76 3/4 to the long point. The center one this is a true measurement for the center. It works every time. 86 1/2 to the long point. This one right here, it's so close to that one. I just cut it 86 1/2, and I mean, see how close it is? I'm an 1/8 inch off my marks. So I just cut them 86. It's easier. That way I don't get them confused with that one and then end up with a problem. Because this one has to be 86 1/2, and that one's so close it's not even worth changing the measurement on. And then after this, what I'll do is get me a little nail down there, pop me a line all the way across, set 4 nails, tack the bottom of the rear sheet of sheeting at the bottom, move my wall back and forth till the outside lines up right there, get a tack over there. If it's trying to flop it all off, or if it's windy or something, I'll come over here and put a tack or two, whatever it takes to hold the sheet up. Tack the bottom of this sheet, check our margin. If we got a problem with our margin, then we need to force something to fit. Sometimes that requires resetting your sheets, you know. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times till you figure out how it kind of works, you know. But I go for 2 nails down there, 1 there, set that sheet, and let's see how bad I look when I only got, 5 nails in it. Then after that, I can adjust. The more nails you have, the harder it's going to be to adjust it, obviously. You know, so 3 nails, 2 nails, see what with the proper lap down there, see what I look like up there. It's pretty easy. There's nothing really hard about it. Another thing on these gables, especially on the salt box shed, because just the way it moves around, I nailed both sides on the center joint. I nailed the underlap side and the overlap side, because what will happen is you got a 2-foot span from there to there. If you nail the overlap side over here, it doesn't really hold the left side, the underlap side, and we can get our shed out of square just by lifting this corner, because it'll lift this gap right here up, or this joint. It'll separate it. So you're better off nailing both sides, because that's a 2-foot span, that's a 2-foot span. We got a long way to go, right? Or at least from there to there. There's a lot of room to move. It's something I've gotten accustomed to doing on gables, is nailing those underlap sides. Keeps it square. It can't stay square if the sheeting's not fast. You know, I mean, it can stay square, but it's not forced to stay square. We're forcing it to stay square with our sheet. Alright, I guess that's a pause, and I'm going to frame the front wall, and I'll probably pop some sheets on.